My Gavan and Melanin, and well met indeed. I'm Archaic Jonathan, the head of Divide and Conquer, the team behind, and welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on as the Dwarves of Khazad-dûm. We're doing alright. We are doing alright. We've taken down Iraq, we've left only a token defence force as the Dunlendings muster to sort of take it back, as I'm pressing on as fast as I can for the Tharbads, which seem to be the real power of Dunland. And then hopefully we can shut them down. The Orcs of the Misty Mountains are mustering on our eastern side. We're still making just a little bit of money. However, we will shortly be sending another army out to support in Dunland under a new leader. So we'll have plenty of troops. Everyone's ready to end the turn. Now again, this was recorded 2 days ago, the same day that I recorded both Gondor and the Woodland Realm. So I haven't read any comments to either of those videos. So I can't reply to anything that any of you have said, so I apologise for that. When will this have gone up then? Saturday. So the Melkor video and the faction overview are both coming tomorrow. So Sunday we'll have both of those.
The enemy lays siege to our walls.
So that's the only information really I've got for you. The Dunlendings have gathered everything they've got in the Tharbads and are riding out to meet us. Captain Donchaich. A lot of berserkers. No general. Doesn't bode well for them. And we have a astounding army. Why that thinks that's 1-to-1, I don't know. Because they are nowhere near good enough to take us on.
The time's come, lads.
Nevertheless, they are attempting to. And we will hold them here. That screen is just Khazad-dûm from the Lord of the Rings The War in the North video game. That's what they have Khazad-dûm looking like. Righty-ho, they attacked us, but we've got an archer-heavy army, so we don't really want to take them in the trees. Instead, we want to meet them out here. I'll take the worst, in inverted commas. Make you our defensive line. Oh, the shield bearer should be in there actually. We'll take the keep the engineers. Yeah, they're all pretty rubbish. I'll take the forgers out. So forgers on that side. Nobles, can you hide in the trees? Oh, you totally can. Yes. So you, and you all hide here, ready for a nice flanking attack. Because Barling can't hide, so I'll pop him at the back. Questions that I've been asked. To see where your units are going to go, so say for example I move Barlin over there, you hold down the space bar to get those yellow dots. That's a question many people have asked. Somebody asked, sorry, so I have lied to you. I did see the first few comments of the Gondor video. I recorded this about 2 hours after I made that one public, so I've seen about 2 hours worth of comments. Somebody asked, is the Isengard ring script fixed in version 1.2? And I can tell you that it's fixed in version 1.1. You just have to make Saruman be the person to go and get the ring. Somebody else asked on a Sauron video, so they're very unlikely to see this, but they asked, why did Sauron turn back to evil when he'd sworn to no longer fight with Melkor, which indeed he did after the War of Wrath. I believe after the War of Wrath. He was beaten, and he was terrified of the Valar, and Sauron fled. He actually fled. And he, well, not fled, but he was terrified of the power of the Valar, realised he was no match for them, and he was genuinely terrified. So he promised to not fight against the forces of good ever again. And the reason, of course, that he then broke that promise was because he realised that the Valar then actually just sodded off. They abandoned Middle-earth completely, left it to its own volition, and so why would he not then try and seek dominion again? There was no one left to check that he wasn't... There was no one left to kind of stop him from doing that. So he just did whatever he wanted. And that was a question somebody posed. A fight under the trees. The Dunlendings are about to be run down by the men of Bree. 177 of them head on charge. Bree land. Killed about 10. That's alright, the cavalry's not meant for that. Pull the cavalry back. Oricani nobles, you take on those warriors. You'll be safe in my company. Crossbows fire so slowly. They're very, very powerful. They do a lot of damage, but they fire remarkably slowly. In come our nobles from the Oricani. Somebody did ask that, what's the Oricani? And the Oricani is the counterpart to the Blue Mountains. Originally, Middle-earth was meant to be entirely symmetrical. And then Melkor, the creation, did his best to ensure that it wasn't symmetrical, but then he also rose the Misty Mountains to bar the passages of the elves as they made their way on the great journey. But anyway, back in the time when it was symmetrical, the Blue Mountains, their counterpart on the other side of the world, were the Red Mountains, which in Sindarin is Oricani. Although it's an interesting formation of the word Oricani, because Oricani suggests Red Mountain, not Red Mountains. Because the plural of Orod, which is mountain, is Ered, where we have Ered Luin, and Ered Mithrin, and Ered Lithui. Ash Mountains, White Mountains, Grey Mountains. Ered Nimres is the White Mountains. But Oricani is Red Mountains, and doesn't follow that same trend, which is interesting. But anyway, there are 7 clans of the dwarves, and 4 of them, the 4 that never appear in the story save for one tiny mention, 4 of them come from the Oricani, and we know nothing about them save for their names, and I always forget their names, but some of the units have their names, like Blacklock, Stone Fist, maybe Stone Foot. I can never remember anyway. Someone will say, oh, the 4 clans of the dwarves, by the way, are this, 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 and this. Anyway, sorry, I shouldn't say it like that. And the Oricani, the only time we ever know of the Oricani dwarves getting involved is the War of the Dwarves and Orcs, when the dwarves call for all dwarves to fight against the orcs for the slight against their people by the killing of Thror, his beheading by Azog, and the dwarves of the Oricani respond, and in the War of the Dwarves and the Orcs, the Oricani dwarves get involved, and that's the only mention we ever have of them. In the War of the Ring, the Oricani don't do anything. They aren't part of it. But in DaC, to highlight that connection, and because it's cool, we added the Oricani dwarves in. And if you play as Erebor, you get a unique building. You can build it in about 10 locations around the world, maybe 6 or 7, I'm not entirely sure. And it allows you to train units from the Oricani, and there's a couple of units from each clan, so you get about 8 units. Well, I think it's about 6 actually, because 2 of them only have 1. But you also get the nobles, who are just the leaders of the Oricani, in the same way that the bodyguard unit for Erebor is the bodyguard unit. If the Oricani were a faction, this would just be the bodyguard unit. Anywho, how are we doing? We're holding them back. Now the Berserkers get armor piercing, which makes them better than normal against dwarves, which is why we are actually taking losses. But we're still
only half
massacring
the
them.
enemy force remains.
Forgot about the cavalry though. Although look, he's about to die. Pull him out. Barlin, why don't you go and get involved somewhere as well? You're quite strong. There we go, we got Oi now, or whichever one it was. Our cavalry hit those units and the weaker ones began routing. Perfect.
The battle is
43 done her champions, don't let them get
If we
away.
remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
They're pretty much all running here now. Oh no, they're coming back. Axes up, shields down. Barlin got involved. Got routing over there. Oh no, look, that the Nogrod shield barrier is going down.
The enemy general lies dead. We have sent the car to hell.
We'll never catch anyone. The dwarves are so slow. If anyone does start routing, we just don't have a hope. Someone must still be fighting, or it'll be all over. Oh, I think they're organising a rout. I believe they are now just running. Even though some of them aren't technically routing, they are making their way for the exit. which is good for us.
Our men are
as
winning the
many as we
battle.
can.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
There we are. It's very easy to
Look how our cowardly foe runs.
route units that are
It is
already
time to
running,
press the attack.
but not running. Just capture as many as we can, and then we'll call it. Oh yeah, look, there's loads of them over there. We can call it that.
Be in awe of the
500
victory
lost,
we
that's
have
quite a
won
lot.
here today.
The golden axe lands in the dwarven travellers. Oh, they're archers, aren't they? Well done, dwarven travellers, well done. Taking the most kills. Wipe them out.
Glory and honor.
The Dunlendings are just throwing everything they've got against us, and everything dies before the might of the dwarves. Dunlerak they didn't bother attacking, and Baruk they did. Fascinating. Righty ho. Well, I think we probably send our army down. Are you a factionaire? No, you're not. So I'll take you, and I will leave you with. Well, I'm going to take the 3 humans, because they might be able to retrain down there. No, because I want the archers to stay, really. Right, so I'm going to take the general, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 available free upkeep. So leave behind 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
March!
Did that the wrong way around, didn't I?
In your name. Aye, sire. Move out!
Oh, it's so difficult to go back into Khazad-dûm when you've gone outside of it. There we are.
Aye. Forward!
No, hold on.
My king.
What on earth's happened here? Right,
My
you
king.
lot are staying.
Aye, sire. Aye. My king.
Now these guys can't go anymore.
March!
So you're the ones that are staying.
Aye.
Oh,
Forward.
jog on!
My king.
That's just gone horrendously.
Aye. My king. Aye, lord. Move out. Aye. Man.
God's
Honor.
sake.
My king. Move out. I'm gonna
Oh, right, that's right. The
stick you.
orcs can't get to us in
Aye.
that time.
Where to?
Whoops.
Aye, my liege.
Sudden
We
Tharbad.
march to battle. We shall hold them to siege, sire. Aye, sire.
What the heck is
We
your name?
hold them at siege.
Maschbram. And a lot. There's a lot. If they put all their army into one actual army, they could really do some damage to our dwarven force. It'd certainly stall our advance, retake what they've already lost. But the army that we now have coming is our better warriors, our much better warriors, and it will really give them a run for their money. Well, it won't give them a run for money, it will beat them. The Dunlendings have a little time left. The river. Captain Jürgen, with the dregs of many battles by the looks of it. None. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think is the. There's only possibly 5 units in that entire army that are actually at full strength, and he doesn't really have anything. On to battle.
Attack.
So they're coming from in front and directly to our left. That's Luthien, by the way. The most beautiful woman to have ever lived, by all accounts. Right, they're coming from directly in front of us and over there to our left. So, if we pull back onto this nice little hill-ish hill thing here. Hellish Hill. And we should be alright. We won't have any flankers this time. Save for the cavalry. Everyone will just go in our army. Ah, this is going to make a dodgy line. Ah, it doesn't matter, does it? Just want to make sure that we can't get flanked. And I'm going to put the 2 pikes on the flanks. Balin, make sure that side doesn't go. Oin, make sure that side doesn't go. Cavalry, just stand there for now.
The enemy have brought up more men. They hope to make up in numbers what they lack in courage.
Balin, swing yourself around. Cavalry, come over here. And Oin, swing yourself around there a bit. Alright! With luck. Well, Captain Jürgen has the army. What Mask Braum is bringing is pretty weak, so... And the nobles are right there in the centre. We've got all of our archers. We will, if they don't come for the flank, we'll curl around and we will flank. And it's already looking like that's what they're going to do, isn't it? So... There we are. Oh, these Dunlending warriors again. Oh, that time it was brutal. No, only about 20. Pull the cavalry out. Don't get trapped in battle there. Crossbowmen reloading. They're showing their shields to the enemy. Dropping the Dunlending champions like gunmen. Dunlending horsemen are walking in quite slowly, why aren't they charging? Taking them off of defensive mode, everyone is now free to start running the enemy down. There's a battle coming.
The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
The Dunlending warriors slog with Balin's guard. And unbeknownst to them, the merchant cavalry ride in from the side. Within one charge, their numbers are almost halved. They begin running. Separating themselves from the cavalry, but it does no good.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Send Balin across.
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead. We have sent the cur to hell.
Brunei cavalry, there we are. They're surrounded, they're running. Chase them down. Is there anyone actually left to fight? No, not really. Mask Baum's force arrives, but a little bit too late, really. Oh, they almost got their crossbow shots off. It's about time. Balin to, I believe somebody said that it just gives you fatigue back, lowers your fatigue. Dunher champions have got the brunt of it. They've got Oricani nobles and Balin. They're not going to survive that.
The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, the enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Go on, go on. Oh, why are you wasting them attacking? Oh, why didn't you shoot the chieftain's bodyguard? Oh, we're down to 12 cavalry because I left them alone. The berserkers have slaughtered them. This is what's annoying. The other army broke almost straight away because they had a crappy captain and he died quite early, so their army broke and they're gone. And they outnumbered this army like 3 to 1. Their reinforcing army. But the reinforcing army, purely because it has a general, will fight to the death. Now, of course, it's not annoying, really. It's just the game. I mean, why would you not fight to the death if your homeland is at threat, and the only thing that stands between its total destruction is your fighting to the death or fleeing? You would think you'd fight to the death, but it's still bloody annoying that you've got to then chase down these meager little offering that this army has, purely because this guy over here, wherever he is in amongst that number, hasn't died yet. Kill those. 35% of our army is paid, purely because this guy wouldn't stand down. See, this is the problem. The Dunlendings, with a good general, they actually have the power to kill quite a lot of our army. Because of the
enemy army flees the field. The battle is very much in
there
our
he is,
favor.
the last guy.
If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Because of the
enemy
berserkers,
general lies dead. Our foe is
the berserkers do a lot of damage against dwarves. So if you have berserkers, their biggest weakness is that they have no defense,
glorious victory.
and their morale is really terrible. So they break really easily and they die really easily. But if you have a solid captain or a solid general stopping them from routing, the berserkers can actually kill quite a lot of us before they go down. Now clearly we still got a great victory out of it, but the mere presence of berserkers not fleeing means that they can do so much damage. Dwarven sentries got the most kills, 338. Our pikemen performing once again. That is an image of Mirkwood. Dol Guldur, I believe. The Steps of Dol Guldur, an artist's impression. Although that is definitely a Chinese-inspired dragon head. So I don't know if that's really Mirkwood. Kill them all. Wipe them out. Oh, who have I got in the fort? Oh, it's the Erebor Axemen, isn't it?
The enemy has surrounded us. We're besieged.
Yeah. Oh. Thank you very much. Dol Guldur expands. Construction complete. Khazad-dûm West. Got an armourer. And now everything can be retrained because everything can now have an armour upgrade. It's annoying. Go to heavy armour. Right.
Aye, sir.
You go to there. You go to there. You go to there.
Onward.
And then I'll take.
Joining our forces. My king.
Might as well take a full army.
Merging armies, sir.
So that side is about to get a general, and that'll round it out. So I'll take the axemen from you. Oh, that was annoying.
An enemy to crush. Aye, sire. Move
They'll
out.
just be behind the whole way.
Onward.
So they're going to have a general in one turn, and you're going to train those. Did we get any Hithaglia Beast Hunters? No, we didn't. So we'll take the Hithaglia Beast Hunters when they train as well. So take a normal unit of archers for yourself. That'll probably be enough to hold that, to be honest. Oh, don't retrain them yet, because you're only going to have to retrain again. You can retrain to the most relevant level, if that makes sense. So if you haven't if you build a barracks and a blacksmith and your units can upgrade, but you don't upgrade them and then you build another barracks and then they could upgrade a second time, if you then upgrade them, they'll only upgrade once to the higher level, which is very useful. Very useful indeed. Ah, we killed loads of them. That's really good. That's really good. Well, it's not that, I mean, it's not that good, but... Right. The Dunlendings have pretty much been kicked out of the southern side of the river. But what we won't do just yet, I'll leave behind a token garrison.
Aye, Lord.
And we'll stand on the bridge.
Aye, sire.
We won't attack Northern Tharbad just yet, because I don't think we really have the troops, and we'll take heavy, heavy losses. So we will wait until our reinforcing army under Thror arrives, which won't take very long at all. And then we will take Northern Tharbad. I'll send Thror probably the long way round. We'll go right up, down, and then we'll come at Northern Tharbad from the north. So we'll cross the Grey Flood much higher up, just below the Brünnen, where the Brünnen joins. I'll give it up. First of all, we'll have to mop them up, though.
We're besieged.
There's his invasion force. There's his Axeman. Ah, clear defeat that time. That's a shame. I probably could have won it if I'd fought it, but meh. Good lord, where did they come from? That's not their reinforcing army, is it?
Can I be of service? Yes, sire.
Surely not.
I must stop here, sire. Have a taste of my blade.
Just a big army.
Aye.
Right, okay. Thigler,
Aye,
Beast
Lord.
Hunters.
What?
How many units of archers have you got? 2. Well, I'll take both of those then.
Aye, sire. March. Aye, sire.
Those. And we're off.
Combining the armies, sire.
So you could do with training a few more units, actually. If you take 2 of those,
Aye. Onward.
send him into that side. There we are. Farin. And Lord Gnarly. Lord Gnarly the Noble.
Where's the fight?
Alright, there they are. They're ready. On their way south.
Set watches. We rest here. Aye, noble son. Aye, my liege. Separating our forces. Aye, noble son. Bringing the men together, sire.
We're losing money. Right, Barlin, you head down and defeat this idiot. Who thinks... Oh, we probably don't need to. We've got King's Axes and King's Warriors in there. Although they're actually only Dwarven Warriors and Dwarven Axes, but they're not that great.
Command me.
I know this one is slightly shorter, but I'm actually going to end it there. Just make sure that we're not got anything outstanding. Farin's joined us, so we knew that. End of turn report. The Orcs of the Misty Mountains are the best militarily. Gondor's got the most money, and then Mordor are doing the best overall in everything else. Oh, we've got a great miners hall in Khazad-dûm. We don't have a Hall of the Seven on that side. That's interesting. I'll take a Hall of the Seven. We should be getting a bit more money soon enough. Once we take Northern Tharbad as well, add that money to our coffers. Also, Dunlendings is currently being besieged, which means you don't get any of the money from the town. Which is a pain. Also, I think that's probably a bit premature to move those guys over. I should send them back.
Aye, aye. Forward.
Because that army's obviously on that side, whereas the other side there's no threat at the moment. So, but as I say, I will end that episode there. So I apologise for this one being ever so slightly shorter. Fitting them all in is the description I would give you at the moment, I'm afraid. But yeah, so tomorrow there will be both a faction overview, whoever's next, I don't even know yet, and because I've obviously recorded this on Thursday, and Melkor. Let's hope we can live up to the hype. It's been about 2 months since I've done a lore video. Anywho, thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments below. 1.2 should also come out, hopefully on Sunday or Monday, maybe or sometime next week. If it's not Sunday or Monday, it will at least be within the next week or so. It's really just waiting on a few bits and bobs to come in and Total War Center to actually be fixed, which was broken at the time of recording this, which was the 29th of December 2016. So if you're watching this in a year, then I don't know if Total War Center's broken, damn it. But for now, and until we speak again, Navaher Naden Peremad Melonin, and farewell.